straight fire, dude. God damn. Take another hit, feel the fire burning strong. It's been way too long since I dropped some new songs, far ahead of the imaginary curve. This is Smoke, album number 9. Observe the words as they flow, slow as lava, hot as water, screaming loud in the kettle. To a society of rapacity, I'm the motherfucking rebel and settled by the state of things as I see it. A people perceiving aggressive oppression as some sort of freedom, meaning they'll kill for the very people that kill it. Shilling poor people overseas as the villains, trillions gone for bombs or for a promise of space. From the lies inspired by all the governmental ways, chasing the same old lies while people starve in the street. Junkies with money for drugs but not for shoes on their feet. I see you already know, though your spirit seems tired. Let the smoke grow in your mind, do this album straight fire. Yeah. Oh, shit. Wow. You wouldn't lie, man. That's that fucking fire. That's that motherfucking fire, dog. Life can be a struggle, take it day by day. I got another ball, so just say my name and I'll be there in a flash and we can hash it all out. Just exhale all the bullshit and inhale a fresh cloud of reefer mixed with ether, also known as quintessence. And you'll find the self-reflection is its own collective lesson. Never stressing when you're letting go of all of the grief that this world will throw your way until you reach a state of peace. Breathe deep, let everything float away with the summer breeze. Be it ego, emotion, social status, agree. You need nothing in that moment you don't already have, and it costs not a penny to just be grateful and laugh. A task that should be easy, well, at least for most. Now open your eyes and breathe out another cloud of smoke. Slow down to appreciate those little moments in life when your stress is at a low and your mind is at a high. Wisdom won't arrive if you don't set aside time to reflect upon your life beyond the failing daily grind. Drive forward always, but don't forget where you've been, lest you lose direction and start pissing in the wind. Friends can be fleeting, speaking from my own experience, but those who want something come a dime a dozen, period. The weariest you will ever be will not come from labor, but from waiting every day for someone else to save you from the very people and problems you deal with every day. You're the only person with the strength to ever make that change. Same things you hear in my songs, I'm telling to myself, trying to find a way to break it down to somebody else. This is hell and this is heaven, whatever you choose to make it. The truth will find us all one day, basic and naked. Everyone's their own worst enemy, regardless of who they blame, cause life can be a struggle, just take it day by day. The more things change, the more I find it stays the same. Most who live in the moment, they think they're playing a game. I'll explain how many see a begging bum and keep walking, looking down their noses saying laziness is the problem. Let's evolve and take it to another facet of life, to the mass facade of freedom called American rights. Like, how can you own any land that you claim, with perpetual property tax to those who stole it anyway? Such a shame, your claim to freedom means nothing if you need a new license for every single fucking function, from the planned obsolescence and everything that you buy, to the tax your children gotta pay when you finally die. If there's anything left to give them in the first place, whereas most are just leaving debt. It's the worst case, the worst place for trying to restore some faith in your people. This society of rapacity has got most living like sheeple. It's so evil never to see through every single little bluff. Told you mold your perspective. Sometimes I'm ready to erupt into a rage because the change that they wear is so apparent. We inherit mental slavery, mostly from our parents. What's the merit in being a parrot of someone else's thoughts? Literally contrived to bind your mind in another box, another plot, another lie, or another fucking guise. No amount of truth can move you if you won't open your eyes. I'd advise you to read every single thing you can. Question all that you see. Don't just believe the word of man. Expand your vocabulary. It encourages higher thought in opposition to systems that just want you mentally blocked. Never stop growing unless you become stuck in a rut, doing the same stupid shit as every other dumb fuck, making payments on some bullshit you could never afford. 2 new cars but can't get shit for food from the store. More debt growing larger like a financial tumor, with your face in a phone, walking around in a stupor. Superhero movies playing for all of the mental children. Arrested development, intelligence becoming a new villain, killing overseas makes you like Captain America, unless no one gives a flying fuck when they bury ya. Look at all the broken vets that sleep in the trash. Either help to change it or stick that flag up your ass. It's so evil never to see through every single little bluff. Told to mold your perspective. Sometimes I'm ready to erupt into a rage because the change that they wear is so apparent. We inherit mental slavery, mostly from our parents. What's the merit in being a parrot of someone else's thoughts? Literally contrived to bind your mind in another box, another plot, another lie, or another fucking guise. No amount of truth can move you if you won't open your eyes. Peace. In your lungs, it's the one and only Smoke, here to tell you once again, question what you think you know. Most folks live a lie of gigantic proportions. Religion, history, and science, all are false or distorted. There's more mercury in vaccines than you could ever safely eat. More fluoride in your water than you can put on your teeth. More new domestic felons than college graduates yearly. More citizens killed by cops and soldiers killed at war, clearly. You hear me? This ain't no motherfucking joke. Millions starve to death while they look to a pope, a president, or some other sort of authority figure to save them from a life that seems to grow sicker by the second, left to reckon with preposterous notions. The wildest shit like ships disappearing behind oceans. The curve when they can observe it come back into view with simple binoculars or a camera with zoom. But who actually experiments for themselves anymore? Most would rather trust some stupid fucking script reading whore than bore their feeble minds with pursuit of some knowledge. I call it how I see it, and what I see is appalling. Everyone's falling for some fucking ruse to keep them in shadows. More land is won by thought control than has ever won in battle. They babble lies, and I hear it all of the time. I light another smoke, throw that shit on my mind. I'd give anything to be a light to the blind, but they stuck in a prison where consumerism's divine. The rabble rise, no more pickets and signs. They can't sustain themselves on the 9-to-5 grind. Apologists claim that everything is just fine. Go to work, pay taxes, consume and obey till you die. Lies, I hear them all of the time. I light another smoke and throw that shit on my mind. Lies, I hear them all of the time. I light another smoke and throw that shit on my mind. Lies, I hear them all of the time. I light another smoke and throw that shit on my mind. Lies, they telling lies. They telling lies. They telling lies. 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 Don't believe a single thing just because you may see it. And not everything that you believe is really worth your credence. Freedom ain't repeating every fallacy that you're told. Think for yourself, go break the motherfucking mold. Don't believe a single thing just because you may see it. And not everything that you believe is really worth your credence. Freedom ain't repeating every fallacy that you're told. Think for yourself, go break the motherfucking mold. Never again will I buy the official script. Never again will I listen to pretentious pricks that get under the skin of most of the general public. As the thunder begins, most won't even say something like nothing is going on. Near 20 years strong, constant warfare, drone strikes, and so-called laser-guided bombs beyond the notice of the poses, posturing and pandering, blathering like what matters is mass perception management, dismantling the narratives there to give a hard time, hardline, partisan part of it, Fox News archives, retard lives, but ain't different from the left wing. Seth brings something to the conversation, let's swing for the fences, lest the tempest never end. Set the pen to paper, then just let my mind begin. Let the haters pretend like the message ain't sinking in, but it's greater in its impact than even I think it is. Don't believe a single thing just because you may see it. And not everything that you believe is really worth your credence. Freedom ain't repeating every fallacy that you're told. Think for yourself, go break the motherfucking mold. Don't believe a single thing just because you may see it. And not everything that you believe is really worth your credence. Freedom ain't repeating every fallacy that you're told. Think for yourself, go break the motherfucking mold. We can make a world of difference when we really try to realize everyone else is in the same place as you and I. Life just happens, no one gets an answer as to why we were born, why we age, why we eventually die a ride. I never asked to be put on, and I'm sure you didn't either. Real talk, this is deeper than some rapper on your speakers, breathing ether, nothing cheaper than free. As you can see, many master fear with personas and weak deeds. The way to be free is to let go of the angst that comes with existential fear of the unknown. So thanks to the teachers that have shown me how to let go of all those little moments where my dread grows at the thought of tomorrow, the injustice of today. Until I take a breath, exhale and let it glide away and all the modern madness. Don't forget your own worth. Life's purpose is this: experience and observe. Don't believe a single thing just because you may see it. And not everything that you believe is really worth your credence. Freedom ain't repeating every fallacy that you're told. Think for yourself, go break the motherfucking mold. Don't believe a single thing just because you may see it. And not everything that you believe is really worth your credence. Freedom ain't repeating every fallacy that you're told. Think for yourself, go break the motherfucking mold. Observe. I done seen it rain 1,000 times of that, no doubt. See, everybody hates the rain until they're living in the drought. Not a single new record on my speakers in months. All the radio rap is the same old front chumps bragging about floss and spending money on straight trash, thinking they're rich, rolling with a stack of 100,000 cash. A laugh, as I understand, you're just chasing pennies and scraps, only to give 28% of it up, stuck with an annual tax. Two questions: first, you really think that you're free? And when's the last time you ever spoke revolutionarily? Verily, I say unto you, your life is worth more than gold, than oil or diamonds or systems of total global control. So shine on my mind, continued into a diatribe as a rail against a bastard culture, saccharin and cyanide. The quite contrived to idolize as advertisers itemize 100 different ways to sell you human products, lionized. I despise every single aspect of it. The last thing they want in the world is honest, open discussion, cause intelligent people can spot a con man on sight, and manipulation for money is the con man's delight. Like consumer culture driven by a system of capitalism where victims are living for all the baubles that they're given. Listen, I am not a socialist or a communist either. I just refuse to play apologist for another deceiver like a preacher or some motherfucking politicians. The new world order should really be called the age of indifference to decisions made by others that govern your whole life. I mean, who's got time to think? Gas is $4.59 and I'm just scraping by as it is, but things could always be worse. After all, I'm in the freest nation on the entire earth. Mirth is all that gets me through a life that is full of shit. We're along for a freedom that has never passed my lips. Just scraping by as it is, but things could always be worse. After all, I'm in the freest nation on the entire earth. Mirth is all that gets me through a life that is full of shit. We're along for a freedom that has never passed my lips. Peace. Here's a toast to yesterday, a time forever gone, when we were quite so jaded by that which we were drawn to. Nonsense which many still cling to today. They took a trusting child and turned him into a slave, made him behave according to arbitrary authority, flaunted by those in control that misuse it so horribly, distorting the truth to whatever doctrine they please. Not just government or religion, but whole societies. Families perpetuate cycles of abusive behavior based upon whatever sort of mental baggage they favor. And dangers like peer pressure to conform or just to hurt weren't quite on my mind when I was playing in the dirt, working with imagination to escape my surroundings. As a child, I remember trust unfettered abounded, and now we don't even really trust each other at all, because the lies divide us, creating all of these mental walls installed by those we trusted most when we still believed in everything that we were told as open honesty. But possibly the most egregious lie that we were ever told is that our lives meant nothing in a universe so cold, so gold, and other forms of wealth are used to encourage the accumulation of assets, tragic misuse of purpose. Worthless baubles boggle the dawdling minds of all the dregs, dreaming of a meal but still getting paid a minimum wage. The days of our youth are long dead in the grave, a memory of a memory that is never to be regained. The same way a flame is done once it has been extinguished. All that's left to do is push forward and find a meaning to the grieving, all the bleeding, suffering, and the stealing. A prospect that most won't ever find too appealing, feeling mournful as the song finally draws to a finish. A wave goodbye to yesterday and those that have gone with it. I wave goodbye to yesterday and those that have gone with it. I wave goodbye to yesterday and those that have gone with it. Peace. It's time to stand up, take back the world that they've stolen. No love for COINTELPRO, so motherfuck Joe Rogan. You're smoking overdose, too pro, still running the block. The whole truth and nothing but the truth, dude, that's real talk. It's time to stand up, take back the world that they've stolen. No love for COINTELPRO, so motherfuck Joe Rogan. You're smoking overdose, too pro, still running the block. The whole truth and nothing but the truth, dude, that's real talk. Stop listening to lies on your CDTV station and take it upon yourself to verify new information for yourself as well as others that utter ask a wonder. Sundered all the chains that kept your brain in a slumber. If you start asking questions and you don't ever stop, no curve to the earth, call that flat fact real talk. I still want to challenge everything that we believe. Between school and church, they got your brain washed clean. Think for a moment about those in control of a history, the victors of brutal wars. Man, this shit ain't no mystery. So viciously they dilute the truth with their own version until you've got no fucking idea for what it is you're searching. Vaccines, GMOs, chemtrails, and the nuclear hoaxes. So many goddamn sharks, we're gonna need a bigger boat. Hope floats, but so does shit. Kid, I'm just spitting facts that there's not a single good reason that we should be in Iraq. Slap a chump like Trump in cuffs, cause he's selling us out to military contractors, NASA and Tel Aviv, no doubt. How about you stay honest with yourself above all, cause a man that stands for nothing's fucking doomed to fall. It's time to stand up, take back the world that they've stolen. No love for COINTELPRO, so motherfuck Joe Rogan. You're smoking overdose, too pro, still running the block. The whole truth and nothing but the truth, dude, that's real talk. It's time to stand up, take back the world that they've stolen. No love for COINTELPRO, so motherfuck Joe Rogan. You're smoking overdose, too pro, still running the block. The whole truth and nothing but the truth, dude, that's real talk.
I'm smoking on rolling this blunt thinking, motherfuck Joe Rogan. I might run up on him and choke him, leave him with multiple bones broken. Alright, that's a little bit violent, but that's just how passionate I get about the truth, cause we have the proof, but these gatekeepers still wanna hide it. They want us to keep quiet, so what do? We turn up. We might just go and riot till your whole system just burns up. Yeah, word up, this will not last. The mainstream media will drop fast. What do sheeple do? Man, they don't have a clue, so they go and watch Joe Rogan's podcast with Alex Jones in the corner munching on candy corn on his cellular, rubbing one out to tranny porn. These evil people don't have a soul, they've been dead a while, and everybody in Hollywood is a pedophile. You can't reconcile that type of activity, just ain't right, so I'm taking flight, aiming right at the enemy, cause I will not let them walk. My flow's cold, but I'm still hot. All these shills got to get killed off, then I peel out, and that's real talk.
It's time to stand up, take back the world that they've stolen. No love for COINTELPRO, so motherfuck Joe Rogan. It's smoking overdose, too pro, still running the block. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Do this real talk. It's time to stand up, take back the world that they've stolen. No love for COINTELPRO, so motherfuck Joe Rogan. It's smoking overdose, too pro, still running the block. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Do this real talk.
That's right.
That's real talk.
Smoking ODD.
That's real talk.
Yeah, never sleep again.
That's real talk.
We ride until the end.
That's real talk. Your entire life can change with just a single decision, and the truth is always there for all those willing to listen. People living in a world that's already given them up, running headlong to the grave. I'm like, what's the rush? Too much contrived culture's got you living in the stars. Retarded garbage. Elon Musk must be going to Mars, while here in reality people starve in abundance, and government could but doesn't perform its most basic function. Instead it lunges at the cheeks to wage war everlasting, or the face of corporate America, straight kickback, relaxing and basking in a taxpayer funded shopping spree, while little dimwit minions defend this fucking atrocity. It's got to be a joke. Truth is turning to trumpers, Bible thumpers, Alex Jones leg humpers. It's getting dumber by the second, but I guess it kinda worked. They split up the whole community with a single fucking jerk. It's berserk. I just don't know what to do. I just don't know what to say. But now the web is cracking down on free speech anyway. I guess I'll call it out, cause so few others got the balls to. I see the info war these motherfuckers wage upon you. That's why they're purging the net. That's why they're blocking my songs. That's why they're branding every counter narrative as wrong. I guess I'll call it out, cause so few others got the balls to. I see the info war these motherfuckers wage upon you. Take a deep breath of some hot chronic smoke. The president is talking hawk and war to all of the dopes who won't ever acknowledge everything he said was lies, while American jets in Iraq to crack the fucking sky. I'm surprised that people haven't brought it all to an end, but the government's holding us hostage. It's not a fucking friend. Many pretend, but then again, most are living in the matrix, spinning on some little rock apes away in a spaceship. My patience for the fantasy, it lessens every minute. So what if it's a ball of flat? Really, what is the difference? By that line of thinking, you become a frog in the pot, just chilling. What's the difference if the water's cold or hot? Blind belief in authority is not a form of science. It's just a religion, another system to justify the violence. Silence feeds the tyrants who will always fight the change. That's why I'm rapping with Dubay. We are not your fucking slaves. Same shit, different day, living on the static plane. You can save it for some other boy, not your fucking slave. Straight away as little kids, they feed us all with a lie. Be it evolution, dinosaurs, or heaven in the sky. Try to question everything they ever told you to believe in. Every bit of media you ever see or you read. Those that cry a genocide inside an apartheid state. You can save it for some other boy, we're not your fucking slaves. You can save it for some other goy. We are not your fucking slaves.
Hey Eric, why does it even matter if the world is round or flat, or we revolve around the sun, or if the sun revolves around us? I still have to go to work tomorrow, and it hurts regardless. I still have to pay my bills, and so I fail to see your logic. Please stop adding to the list of things in life that make me suffer. I don't want to be empowered, I just want to be a martyr. I would rather ask you why you think it matters than be honest and admit the simple truth is that I haven't thought about it, and refuse to do my research. I don't even click your links, and when you ask me what I thought about them, I don't even think. I just want to pop some mollies, dance around and get my jollies in a club or off in Bali. I don't want to contemplate about the shape of where we are now. Human race, mental state, being raped, and I like it. Feels good, slavery is fine with me, and now I've answered my own question, cause to people like me, it just doesn't matter, does it?
Same shit, different day, living on the static plane. You can save it for some other whore, not your fucking slave. Straight away as little kids, they feed us all of the lies. Be it evolution, dinosaur, or heaven that's in the sky. Try to question everything they ever told you to believe in. Every bit of media you ever see or you read goes to cry genocide inside an apartheid state. You can save it for some other goy, we're not your fucking slave. Same shit, different day, living on the static plane. You can save it for some other goy, not your fucking slave. Straight away as little kids, they feed us all of the lies. Be it evolution, dinosaur, or heaven that's in the sky. Try to question everything they ever told you to believe in. Every bit of media you ever see or you read goes to cry genocide inside an apartheid state. You can save it for some other goy, we're not your fucking slaves. You can save it for some other goy. We are not your fucking slaves. Peace. Sticking another button to the bowl of a pipe. Give a light, smoke is floating, rising high into the night. My eyes take a moment to adjust to the darkness. I let my mind break free from the everyday carnage and harness the instant consistently, breathing in deep, deeper and deeper, looking for a way to keep some fucking peace. Just a little bit with me, like no matter what happens, I got a little place to get away from all of the madness. But that is a pipe dream, if one ever was. I snap the fuck back and shake off the buzz, cause ain't a motherfucking thing to be gained from yearning. Gain comes from experience, self-reflection and learning. Work and deliver a cause, not some fucking applause. Never wasting your time or hiding all of your flaws. Always drawing the musical food for actual thought. So I'm giving you a wisdom that could never be bought. Think about your goals, but only live in the moment, as there's not a single guarantee everything won't be stolen. In the flash, alas, it's the fucking way she goes. We're here an instant, gone the next, like another puff of smoke. I don't suppose the most will grow to know themselves tomorrow, but I perceive that we who see reality don't swallow the fantasies fed to feeble people, straight stunted by 100 different systems run by motherfuckers from. Life is unpredictable, I seen it change in an instant. Don't ever take for granted your current conditions, from insipid to vicious, can be but a blink away. Today you're here, tomorrow your ass is clear in your grave. I'll say it now, anyhow, what is there to fear? But reincarnation bringing you back year after year. I see my peers still talking all them same old tall tales, while I'm bumping old school like this Bobby Caldwell. All shells aside, I see the game some are playing, afraid to lay down in the bed they are making. Patience is a virtue, but so is self-discipline. If you have no strength or will, you're just another dividend, divided inside by everything you can't get past. Only bound by fate, your mind creates no dice past. The last of this verse, I dedicate it to you. Love yourself and each other, no matter what you do. Think about your goals, but only live in the moment, as there's not a single guarantee everything won't be stolen. In a flash, alas, it's the fucking way she goes. We're here an instant, gone the next, like another puff of smoke. I don't suppose that most will grow to know themselves tomorrow, but I perceive that we who see reality don't swallow the fantasies fed to feeble people, straight stunted by 100 different systems run by motherfuckers from. Peace. Another day, another dollar. It's been devalued by theft. Fiat currency's a cancer leading to economic death. Depth is viewed as a fallacy to most folks who won't close the phones for anything. Man, it's so gross. So those in the addiction just abide by the struggle. I just shake my head, walk away and let the bass rumble. I always grumble about change, but really, what does it mean? Is it moderation or raging and breaking every single screen? Like, look at me, when you talk to me, I'm not some fucking punk. So give me all of your respect or else I'm leaving no front. Got them stunned by all the crazy terms they use to label themselves and everyone else with self-inflicted fables. Turn the tables, you can be free from all of their madness when you disconnect from it all. Though they'll still call you a savage, but the branding means nothing once they overuse it. Like a debater that always causes opposition stupid. Jewish control of the media is a motherfucking fact, despite the claims that I'm racist from some Zionist rap. Black Lives Matter is another contrived movement that does nothing as substance to stop police shooting, but producing division, breaking the people further apart. When if we united, undivided, then we could truly start to put these cops, judges, bankers, and politicians on trial. See how they like to live in their own for-profit prisons a while. I smile at the thought of a peaceful revolution where every corrupt authority is faced with prosecution, but the movement's slow to grow, so in the meantime we struggle. Billions go into NASA's waste to face space hustle, and the trouble we face is a culture saturated with the fakest images and highly scripted statements blatant enough for Elon Musk to make billions, making the populace look like some foolish children. Man, it's killing me. I see what they've made the norm, like the fabricated molds to which they want you to conform. Movies and the TV distort your views, making you a robot until you turn it off because it's just a mental roadblock. No cops killing back in the streets, ring shots while Israeli rifles fire on people armed with slingshots. We've got to voice our opinions, to shut the bullshit down, get educated, make a change. It starts in every single town. To take the crown, one only need to think with reason, and while in action's but a fraction of why some lies are leading. So-called freedom, government believing, all stems from religious leaning, heresy of treason, martyrs bleeding, and an inner circle that knows the meaning. More deceiving, leading into authoritarian hell, a place of people seem to know all too well. Life itself is a mystery in addition to a struggle, so just smoke another bowl and let the bass rumble. Peace. Fuck the powers that be, this is the power of me. When man centered against the system of intellectual disease, who is free when they believe every single fucking lie without questioning authority, ever asking why am I alive if I've never had a single thought outside the contrived manipulation matrix, basic cultural paradigm. I see the signs all over every facet of our times that the system values money over all of our lives. So I sigh, take another breath and turn to walk away. I wish we were living different, but nothing seems to change. Let me explain, if you had but one wish, what would it be? No war or homelessness, perhaps abolish poverty. It oddly seems that most would rather get a couple trinkets, selling out for fiat currency. If you can really believe it, people bleeding every day for some fucking linen paper. When materialism is God, they don't even need dictators. When materialism is God, they don't even need dictators. When materialism is God, they don't even need dictators. When materialism is God, they don't even need dictators. When materialism is God, they don't even need dictators. Peace. Like an early morning raid by the IDF, I'll drop bombs on this track to leave your whole set wrecked. Better motherfucker won't catch my drift unless I start talking shit about bitches and spliffs. But fuck that dumb scat, I want your whole fucking mind. I want your ass read between them goddamn lines. Every time you see another bunch of shit on the news, designed for nothing other than controlling all of your views through deceptive language, photo video manipulation, trying to make everything you believe a fabrication. Change the station, better yet, turn the radio off. Pop in another album and wait for the bass to drop. A state of shock is hearing lyrics of such a nature. His mind can shine a light, exposing real and imagined danger. They can accuse me of lying, and they can accuse me of hate, but I'm not the motherfucker making bombs detonate. They can accuse me of lying, they can accuse me of hate, but I'm not the motherfucker making bombs detonate. They can accuse me of lying, they can accuse me of hate, but I'm not the motherfucker making bombs detonate. No one gives a flying fuck about a creature's life or that of a human being. Why are you surprised? It's taught us since birth that our life is worthless, that it came from nothing and it has no fucking purpose. The herd is burdened by the guilt used to fascinate, clearly using fear to push parents to vaccinate. Autism rates 1 in 41 for American children. Some would say, hey, at least vaccines didn't kill them or give them Guillain-Barré, so I guess that's a success. What the fuck is wrong with people? Why do I expect no less? So stressed by all this mess, I'll probably have a heart attack, trying to get some dumb motherfucker to care about the facts rather than stats for athletes or some TV shows. Well, the latest of bombs America drops starts to fucking explode. They can accuse me of lying and they can accuse me of hate, but I'm not the motherfucker making bombs detonate. See, they can accuse me of lying, they can accuse me of hate, but I'm not the motherfucker making bombs detonate. You can accuse me of lying and you can accuse me of hate, but I'm not the motherfucker making bombs detonate.
updates on the corporate censorship raid on dissenting voices that is happening as we speak, that continues as we speak. As I said in the last web exclusive, it was mainly about how Alex Jones is getting pulled down from all his platforms and how you shouldn't celebrate because despite the fact that he is a giant bloviating idiot, it would then be used against other dissenting voices, other voices that are outside the mainstream. And sure enough, we are seeing that. I mean, we saw plenty before this latest Alex Jones brouhaha, but it is increasing in intensity, and the efforts that are being made are amping up. It's all amping up. You can see it, and it's basically against anybody who is outside. It doesn't fit into the pro-corporate, pro-war paradigm. And if you're a journalist, a reporter, a citizen journalist, a podcaster, if you write little notes and tie them to pigeon legs and then send them off into the wild, hoping someone will read them, and your views don't fit into the pro-corporate, pro-war mindset, that paradigm, that couching of issues, then you are likely being suppressed right now. You are likely now being crushed, being pushed down in a variety of ways. Your pigeons are being shot out of the sky or whatever the fuck they do. Facebook has announced that they'll be showing people fewer news articles, and of those, they will be prioritizing the sources they consider trustworthy. So get ready for some more cat and baby videos, because that's what we all need. Now, what they consider trustworthy, well, here's a little sign of what's to come. After they made that announcement, the New York Times stock shot through the roof, because investors knew that this means outlets like the New York Times, Washington Post, etc. will be prioritized. The pro-corporate, pro-Wall Street, pro-war outlets are now going to get a little more pull on Facebook. The New York Times, which brought you such hits as the war in Iraq and the candidacy of Hillary Rodham Clinton. I can't wait. Now, we can all just say, oh, we want to ignore Facebook. Fuck Facebook, I don't even use it anymore. But the truth is, they're like a second internet because of the billions of people that get their news from Facebook every single day. So you can't really just ignore them.
They own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. By the way, it's the same big club they used to beat you over the head with all day long, where they tell you what to believe all day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy.
Smoke another bowl, this is no world order. Despite what Alex Jones said, ain't no crisis at the border. Less people coming here than there was ever before. That's what fucking happens when industry is outsourced. And war's the biggest export to a world that's ill at ease, where the product of innovation is feminine disease. The reason is freedom. Well, at least that's what they claim, when in reality, actually, it's just murder for pay. Bombs gotta be dropped before more can be bought. The cycle continues and no, never will it stop on its own, so we better step the fuck up before militarized cops and armor-plated trucks and such. The silence any form of protest, while the complicit media ensures that you won't ever notice. Hopeless is how many feel, tired of all of the fronts. We could bring this motherfucker down if we stood together once. I always call it like I see it, never sugarcoat the facts, make the most of the moment, because you'll never get it back. Some are trapped by obsession with the faulty perception of authority itself of astronomical dimensions. What's the sentence? 25 to life for non-violent crime, a flip-flop for the cop? times and hope you settle for a dime. Slime oozing from your TV screen, the paddle of my slaves. Flags wave, screaming freedom with one foot in the grave. See the change work better when you put them on yourself, just to fit them with the rest, a slave like everyone else. Stealth bomber drops its payload on another fucking family. A travesty that actually is met back home with apathy. It's actually sound compassion is viewed as weak by the masses, and so the collateral damage body count becomes massive while we passively pay our taxes doing nothing to stop them. No protests, attacks, refusal, they say action is the problem, but the bombing never ceases while you give implied consent. Paying for land you'll never own, the government just lets you rent. The scales bent to benefit those who have the power, but the power only exists because we the people let them devour our religions, political sections, possession of self and soul. That's why the authority attacks that which it can control. They will hold on to their paper thrones until the day they die, because they'll never admit to themselves that they're living a fucking lie. It's all a ride, but I surmise you probably already knew that, else you wouldn't be bumping smoke but some spineless new rap. Through masks, most of the population views the world around them, ignoring all of the rest. Stress slowly grows to a mountain, distrust abounding. When you let yourself be ruled by hate, eye for an eye leaves everyone blind over time and finally breaks any hope of building bridges, bringing people together. Cause you can either have peace or you can settle your vendetta. Forget a happy ending if you never learn to grow. The greatest enemies in the mirror, if you didn't already know. Though mastery itself is viewed by many as a given, who has time to meditate in this technotronic system? Listen, a handful of men own half of the world's wealth. If you want me to glamorize them, just listen to someone else. Fuck Gates, Zuckerberg, and Bezos the bald bitch. Buffett, Soros, Adelson, talk a lot, it's all shit. Misdirection intended to keep the masses pacified. Materialism ingrained to train the sheep to keep their eyes closed shut. You know what? It won't last forever. A culture war of attrition with no winner whatsoever. Better to be real with you than be another fucking blowhard. Glamorizing the very people, killing you while they bogart. All of the wealth to themselves while we struggle to survive, and we'll struggle every day until the day we finally die. Peace. The smell of chronic burning brings me back from a trance, thinking about how society has got us living like ants. From the moment we're born, we're being molded for roles that'll try to define us when we just do what we're told. Control its past to others who feed off of the labor. A system insisting it's doing us some sort of favor with major distractions like the TV and the movies. A militarized youth of future troops, Call of Duty. I spark a doobie, I truly wonder why I really care, especially about a people fucked up beyond repair. Am I scared of dealing with the evil in my own life? Am I just the bad fruit growing rotten on the vine? Time will tell, I suppose, exposing all of the lies of the rats around me to manipulate and connive. I strive to empathize with everyone else, but on a daily basis I'm a mystery even to myself. A life worth living is a journey through time. The longest journey you'll ever go on is the one inside your mind. You can find a world of wisdom hidden from all of those that live day after day with a perspective so close to grows from a culture that discourages independence and the very people that'll die to try to defend it. No more pretending, just live honest in the moment on an introspective journey while the reefer keeps smoking. If I may, let me begin with a little demonstration. First we'll need a ship at sea and a camera that is stationed on a beach within reach so we can bring it back into focus after it clearly disappears. Kinda weird, you might notice that the ocean doesn't curve. Research for your own conclusion. Don't just follow the masses with their dumbass delusions, confusing observation with conflating baseless statements, tasteless propaganda and obscene green screen fakeness. Take this level and measure the horizon as you see it. Have a friend do the same, see if you're in agreement. Then go to the tallest building that the two of you can find. Go to the top and stop to measure the same horizon line. Finally, if you mountain climber ever get the chance to fly, measure the same horizon rising up to meet your fucking eyes. Collate all your data, check the results you get back, and find the horizon line is always flat. Imagine that. A life worth living is a journey through time. The longest journey you'll ever go on is one inside your mind. You can find a world of wisdom hidden from from all of those that live day after day with a perspective so close it grows from a culture that discourages independence and the very people that'll die to try to defend it. No more pretending, just live honest in the moment on an introspective journey while the reefer keeps smoking. Peace. We can dismantle the system at least piece by piece. No need for hate, a central state, or even grief. At least not the kind we cause each other so often. Then using excuses to justify another problem. Everyone's been hurt, this world makes no exception. But to claim your pain as of a greater dimension is demented when presented as a way to undermine the perspectives of others. Like you don't have the time to care about another struggle through a shitty life. Be they man or woman, gay or straight, black or white, the tried expressions less than colloquial validation. Listen more than you speak, always try to be patient. Waiting for someone else to give a fuck when you don't is like smoking a bowl of stems trying to get stoned. Won't happen, just give you another fucking headache. The revolution starts inside the mind, divine checkmate. They can call me every name they can think of to hurt me, but I'm unafraid and unfazed by some words only worthy of using to teach a lesson about trying to let go of that which keeps you unhappy. Dead tired, dead broke, let's smoke another joint, enjoy what time we've got. Grateful for what we have, not watching the clock, waiting for some time to tick by like seconds speeding past. The only stupid question is the one you never ask. For just how long have we the people been playing the fool? This goes deeper than some shit that you learned up in school, but you grew beyond all of the mental poisons and snares that were meant to dull your thoughts, living locked and prepared. So you shared a couple questions with the rest of the class until the teacher mocked you, and then they started to laugh, working fast trying to fit you for the role of the idiot. See, you can't question the methods, no, not even a little bit. There's riddling waiting for you if you challenge them again. They gotta use dirty methods because how else could they win? Earth spins for no reason other than the fact that they say it. Ask another question and you'll get betrayed as Satan. So now you're waiting, wondering what the hell else you can say, because the sheep get nervous when you start to make waves. So now they stay within the box to keep from being lambasted as some fucking retard living in your parents' basement. They can call me every name they can think of to hurt me, but I'm unafraid and unfazed by some words only worthy of using to teach a lesson about trying to let go of that which keeps you unhappy. Dead tired or dead broke, let's smoke another joint, enjoy what time we've got. Grateful for what we have, not watching the clock, waiting for the time to tick by like seconds speeding past. The only stupid question is the one you never ask. Dear Lane, I know this song is a few years too late, but at this point, I don't know what else to do, man. Same dad, different mom, someone I'll never forget. Even though in your lifetime, we never ever met. So I set the bias aside, the tears in my father's eyes, when he told me he heard through the grapevine that you died. Just enjoying life, swimming off the coast with your wife. Then you drowned, it's bringing me down. I never got to say goodbye, I never got to say hello either, but damn how I wanted to, because in my heart was so many things I needed to ask you. But now you're gone and all I'm left with is the song. Blood of my blood, cut from my own familial bonds. I grew up with a dad that you never got to see, to be the other side of fate's coin, a family. And me, I'm still struggling for something, but I can't complain. See, moms and pops split up, she cut in the summer of '08. Most of the rest are dead or caught up in their own sort of storm. Still giving love my trust for something that might strike a chord, pushing toward a better world, even if I must suffer. And there's only so many condolences for your mother that I can utter. Shut us blind us from what's important until it's already dead and gone. I'm sorry because I could have just picked up the phone all along. The dawn follows darkness to show humanity where it's hardest. Regardless, you can't resurrect the dead or dearly departed. I started rapping over beats, looking for something new, as the masses didn't care about two real news, but a few encouraged me to spit bars so hard to start a revolution, a way to put my soul into music to cut through the confusion. I'm losing sleep thinking about just how fickle life is. Timeless is only ever time, cause no money can ever buy it. I wonder if we'll ever meet finally after my last breath. No fear of death, I love you forever, my brother. Signed, Seth.